Hey guys, ME Studios here, and today I want to talk about a leak that I saw on MMO Champion. The leak is called World of Warcraft Ashes of Galakaros. And the reason why I want to talk about this leak is because of how detailed it was, and there were some key aspects of it that really caught my attention and gave the leak a bit more validity than you will find in the average leak. So first and foremost, what struck me about this leak was it has an expiration date. So today is February 7th, and the leak says that the next expansion is going to be announced on February 18th. So that gives this leak some shelf life of about 11 days. And usually when you find leaks on the internet, they don't have expiration dates. So, people can talk about leaks for weeks or months. This one's going to be inactive in a matter of days. We're going to know whether this leak is real or fake very soon. So I thought that was interesting that the leaker would actually limit their leak in that fashion. So that's one thing that caught my eye. The other one was that the leak also talked about Overwatch 2 and the Warcraft mobile game that was announced last week. And that's something else that you don't see in leaks very often, where other games are leaked along with the World of Warcraft expansion. So the leaker putting that in there was a real nice touch that gave the leak a little bit validity, in my opinion. Next, that struck me was the name of the expansion itself, Ashes of Galakaros, and that's a play on Galakron, a proto Drake in Warcraft lore, and according to the leaker, the Galapagos Islands, because Blizzard, if this leak is true, wanted to use the Galapagos Islands as the basis for Dragon Isles, and they named the Dragon Isles the Galakaros Islands, I believe. And that was interesting because every leak I have seen, the Dragon Isles are just called the Dragon Isles. They don't call them by a different name. And it's pretty believable that Blizzard would use Galakron as the basis for the Dragon Isles because Galakron is a progenitor of dragons. And obviously, if we are looking at the origin of dragons to the Dragon Isles, Galakron's going to be part of that. And of course, there were rumors that Galakron would show up at some point in Shadowlands because, he has necromantic aspects to his nature. He ate dragons and he was able to bring dragons back to life, things like that. So the fact that he hasn't shown up in Shadowlands yet gives us some possibility that he might show up in Dragon Isles and give us some kind of bridge from Shadowlands to the next expansion. So that's interesting. Using the Galapagos Islands as inspiration for the Dragon Isles is also interesting. Uh, you know, they're considered something that's very natural as a source of evolution, a source for the diversity of life. So I really think that was a really interesting design choice by the leaker. And I mean, and if it's real, a great design choice by Blizzard, because a lot of people are looking for an expansion that isn't cosmic based. We just spent time in the Shadowlands, and some people are really tired of that aesthetic. They want to go back to a more natural bread and butter kind of Warcraft experience where, we're experiencing lands on Azeroth. And I really can't think of a better location than a primordial island or a set of islands that are based off of the Galapagos Islands. So, really interesting choice of concept there from the leaker. Additionally, he or she brought up a hero class, and that is a Tinker class. Now, people are probably going to groan about this, like, oh no, not the Tinker, no, no. But when you really think about it, there's not really a whole lot of thematics left in the class lineup. Dark Rangers are very close to Hunters, Necromancers are very close to Death Knights. But the Tinker, there's not really a high tech class in World of Warcraft, despite us having a lot of technology in the game. through gnomes, goblins, and things like that. So if Blizzard wants to make a class, and let's face it, honestly, at this point, we kind of need a new class in World of Warcraft. The Tinker might fit the bill. But the issue with the Tinker always was what theme, or I'm sorry, what kind of expansion can we put the Tinker in or introduce the Tinker in? And that was always a big hang up on this class concept. Now, last time I talked about the logo Empire of Dragons and how Blizzard had been teasing a co-theme of technology and dragons through two items that were one was in the store and one was in the Caverns of Time. And those items are the Steam Scale Incinerator and the timeless mechanical dragonling. And those items both combine the theme of technology and dragons, and they were released very recently. The Steam Scale was released in 2020, and the Timeless Mechanical Dragon was released in 2021. And they did a really good job of uniting the theme of technology and dragons. So could those have been a hint for a possible Tinker class and a dragon expansion? It's a possibility. We can't say that that's not a possibility. It's very possible. And when you really think about it, Blizzard decides the theme of the expansion, and they would be the ones to decide whether a Tinker class fits in an expansion or not. We don't get to decide that. So if Blizzard says that, hey, the Tinker class fits in a dragon expansion, there's not really a whole lot we can say about it. We just kind of got to go with it. And if that's the case, that's the case. Also, with the Tinker class that the leaker brought up, again, the concepts were really, really well done. You guys can read about this yourself, with the leak, and I'll link it in the description. But the Tinker concept itself that this leaker describes is really good. I have never seen a concept on any forum or Discord, whatever, that really matches how well this design concept is done for the Tinker class. And honestly, the entire leak is really well done, conceptually speaking. So beyond the leak itself, the poster also put up a press release. And the press release talked about Overwatch 2. Again, very strange. Overwatch 2 and a Warcraft mobile game. Very strange to have those leaked along with the Warcraft expansion. And also, described these new concepts coming out as if they were being put, as if they're part of a press release. And it was written very well. And once again, it said that the announcement date is going to be February 18th, 2022, is when all this is going to be announced. And guys, I got to say, this is really exciting stuff. So in conclusion, could this be the next expansion? Who knows? I would say that the level of detail is very suspect. The leaker is very creative. A lot of great ideas in it, but typically leaks are not that detailed. So we're going to see if this is real or not very shortly. Usually, the more real leaks are a lot more brief and a lot more concise, kind of like the logo leak that I discussed a couple of weeks ago. Those tend to be the more realistic leaks. So, again, we'll see if this is real. I can't wait to find out, on the 18th, if this was real or not. We're going to find out very soon. So in the meantime, thanks for listening, and I'll have more videos up shortly. Take care.